Hello, beautiful mamas. Welcome to Conscious Champagne Chat number 30. Hey, 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 hey. Today, I know I'm not sticking to my typical agenda time, which because we're having visitors over tonight and I already have to send them home earlier because we have a coaching call tonight. So I decided to hop on here earlier and do our Conscious Champagne Chat a little bit earlier. Wait, we have people hopping on. What a surprise. That is awesome. Awesome. Let me know when you're here. Drop me a hello in the comments. Let me know where you're from. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel. So yesterday, I introduced to you the art of mom happiness and how when we learn to set the right way of goals can actually achieve the art of and master the art of mom happiness. And so what I'm going to teach you today and in the next two Conscious Champagne Chats is how to ask the right questions and set the right set of goals in the three different areas of experience, skills, and value. And so if you haven't watched yesterday's Conscious Champagne Chat, make sure you go back there. And then also make sure you get this lovely template. It's posted under announcement and it's called the 3 Unconditional Mom Goals. And so go ahead, print that out. And then today I'm going to talk you through how to do the goal setting under experiences. What I mentioned yesterday, but I want to briefly mention it again because it is so important, you guys, so important. The biggest mistake we make when it comes to goal setting is that very often we're actually not aware that the goals we're setting are not even our goals. They are goals that we think we need to have in order to be successful. So let me give you an example. For example, when we think about schools, like deciding over schools for our kids, like we want to make the best choice. We want to give them the best opportunity, right? And so we have all these measures that we think if our kids go to this certain school, they will have a lot higher likelihood of succeeding in whatever you want them to succeed. Or if they go and attend this soccer club versus the other one, it's gonna set them off in a better state here or give them more chances. So we very often make this kind of black and white rational decisions and they actually don't feel really good to us. We let the circumstances guide us basically, and we let what is obvious guide us and dump our own, because we don't know and because we don't have clarity of what we really actually want, that's where we often are stuck and find it so hard to make even the small decisions over what is the right school for my children, right? It's because we don't have clarity, because we don't actually have goals that are defined from our soul, so to speak, that really feel good to us and feel good to our kids. And so by going through this exercise, you will actually really be able to create the experience you want in your parenting. So by setting goals for your experiences, you will experience parenting to the fullest. You will get massive clarity in the areas that are super, super important to you. And furthermore, you are really focusing on the things that matter to you. Like we all want connection to our children. We all want it, but we don't really know how to do that. We want them to be doing great at school, but we follow conditioned rules pretty much that are not really ours. And we follow the protocol of meeting other people's expectations and the shoulds, right? So what we want to do is we want to set goals for experiences that we want to create over and over and over again. We want to set goals for the experiences we want to create with our children. And furthermore, also define who we want to be in those experiences. That is what the really crucial part is in here. And so what does that look like, right? And you can start thinking about what's the quality of relationship that I actually want to have with my children. How is it that I want it to go? if you cannot leave this up to faith, you guys. It's not like you get to create this thing, right? You get to be the master of your parenting life, the designer of your parenting life. So you have to spell it out. You have to go inwards and spell out what are those experiences that you want to create. So let me give you a couple of examples. You could literally just start by like the everyday things that we have to do. What's the experience you want to create every morning before you get your kids, you know, out of school? What's the experience you want to create when you have dinner? For example, dinner for me is a very important family time. Dinner, we have the rule in our house that dinner cannot be skipped. Dinner is the only time in our house where like the four of us are sitting together. This is where we share what's been going on through the day. This is where we, you know, make jokes, we laugh. Like the way, the experience I want to have on dinner is a get together. It's warm. It's, you know, people are dancing maybe in the kitchen. Like while I'm cooking, my kids are dancing. And so that's kind of the vibe that I want to have around dinner. I also want, you know, us to not just sit together, but we also all get up at the same time. And when everybody's done, we're waiting for each other. When you're done, you're responsible for taking your plate to the dishwasher. Like we're helping each other out. We're supporting each other. That for me is something I want to create for dinner. And so the question is, who do I need to be in order to create that person? How do I need to show up in order to create that experience? I cannot be the grumpy person, right? I have to see my kids as mutual partners almost. And that's another experience I want to have. I want the experience, the relationship I want to experience with my children is I want them to feel like equal partners almost to me. I want them to feel they have a say. I want them to feel they are being heard. Their opinion matters. They do matter. Right? And so that's something, what does that mean? Again, who do I need to be? It means I cannot be the person who tells and fixes stuff. I need to be the person that takes herself back, that starts to listen, even if that means I have to bite my tongue. Because in their little minds, you know, our adult minds goes, okay, this is what you actually have to go and do to fix your problem, blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? And so who's it that we start with during the day? How do you want those things, your time together? How do you want those experiences to be with your kids? Now, you can go above and beyond with this, right? How do you want your experience to be when you travel? Like one of the things, the experiences my husband and I want to create with our kids is like we want to go on adventures. We want to go hiking. We want to be outdoors. We want to do sports stuff together. That's something that is just very important to us. Another experience I wanted to create, because I never had it, was I wanted to have the most amazing birthday parties for my kids. So I used to make, they've grown out of it, but I used to make this crazy fondant cakes, you know, I need to share them actually with you. And I would stand there for hours and spending night shifts just to make them. And it made me so happy because it wasn't even work for me, because it's just seeing my kids' eyes in the morning when they saw that, you know, the cake and the way I designed the birthday parties with all the games and all their friends, they loved it. And for me, it was really important because I never had that. For my mom, celebrating birthdays was just never something that was important. And I love celebration. I love, you know, having a lot of people and have them all together. But it's not just about happy experiences. It's also about what are the experiences you want to create in difficult times? What are the experiences you want to create when your kids annoy the heck out of you? What are the experiences you want to create when your kids are kind of, you know, that they're withdrawing themselves, especially when you have teenagers and they don't come to you? You know, how do you show up? What's that space you want to create for them? Because I tell you, that actually was what was magical and the breakthrough for me. It was even more about thinking, what are the experiences I want to create in the tough moments, in the challenging moments of life? How do I want to be able to cope with these moments? That is what really brought me a lot of clarity, you guys. And when you start setting goals for how you want these experiences to be, you know, questions like, what school am I going to send my kid to? And, you know, what's the right, like, I don't even know. Like, the craziest thing is I literally forgot about this because I don't even think about this stuff anymore because it literally like sorts. Hey, Christina. Hey, Abir. It sorts itself out. It sorts itself out because when you create these experiences, you'll learn to go with your kids and you co-create. You're you're co-creating, you're coexisting, and becomes this beautiful partnership where you still can be the guide. Like, don't get me wrong, right? If you have a 3-year-old, of course you need to guide them. Of course. But please go ahead, go ahead today and write down what are the experiences you want to create with your children. What's the quality of relationship you're looking for, and who do you need to be in order to get there? It's going to bring you tremendous clarity on how you want to parent and how to do it. And if you don't know how to get there, I mean, that's where you can join our mastermind programs, our Craft One Life program. That's when the only reason, if you feel like you don't know how to get there, is because we have this ingrained limiting beliefs inside of us that basically block us from seeing a different way of showing up. So that's all. But for now, go ahead, create your experiences, and I would love to see them. So if you're doing it, share it back with us. It'd be super amazing to hear them out. Maybe you want to even go live in the group and share them. Feel free to do whatever you want to do and bring them back to the community, because it's going to be a beautiful collage and a collection of all the amazingness you guys want to create. So next week, we're going to talk about how to set goals for the skills that you then need to go and develop in order to create those experiences. All right? So my loves, see you back here next time. Take care.